Okay, so we're on day 10 of the current hatch. I forgot what day it was yesterday, but I remember today. It's day 10. I got confused because I skipped streaming on Wednesday, which threw off what number I was on. So, day 10. We got these guys. I actually got one. Needs a little bit of food right now. We got Raiju Ludomon. He's hungry. Let's feed you up real quick before we start anything else. Yeah, I want 6 pieces, I know. Give you a couple shakes. There we go. Okay, so status report on all these guys. We're gonna run this one at a time. Look at that beautiful face. So we might as well start with you since you're the one shouting, huh? Let's go ahead and move everyone else off the board for the moment so we can focus on you guys just one at a time here. And let's get a little bit of zoom going on. I just forget which way zoom is. There we go. Alright, so we still got Raiju Ludomon over here. Well, I've noticed that a lot of my Digimon, I forgot to get them the level requirements. And so I'm worried that I'm not going to see evolutions, but I don't know if I'm like being paranoid or not. Like, they have them now. And I don't think I was too late to get them in. But we're going to have to see. So Raiju Ludomon is still Raiju Ludomon. Has not evolved yet. He's still just hanging out. We have also with him Gadramon, who we already saw, and Manticoremon that you already saw. Manticoremon I haven't given any more time yet, and is also supposed to naturally evolve, but Raiju Ludomon, we're going to have to see what happens to you. Because, yeah, I'm not so sure yet. While listening to the tournament, I'm also trying to go Perfect Rolling Girl on normal in Project Diva Future Dome. That's a lot of words I don't recognize, but I wish you the best of luck regardless. In the 20th version, he becomes Rowell Ludramon. Yes, he does. It's a beautiful transformation. I like Ludomon's whole line. It's one of the rare times they make a new Digimon and don't just make every form of... Like, if they make a straight line one, I guess. If they make a straight line, they don't make every form the same Digimon, but bigger. Because they did that with Zubamon, for sure. They did that with Hackmon. They did that with Harrismon. They did it with Blucomon, but thankfully Blucomon's ultimate Hexablaumon is, like, still somewhat different, but Ludamon, no. Ludamon changes to something completely different every time it evolves, and I love it. Ludamon's got a really good line going on. So that's what we're doing there. We're hoping Raiju Ludomon's going to evolve. We're going to find out if that is the case or not. Next up, we have Nature Spirits. There you are. Nature Spirits. We still got Orochimon. Same story. Should be evolving at some point or the other, I should hope. We got Ancient Beatmon and Gogmamon still over there, so they're just kind of doing whatever. Nothing really exciting to report about Nature Spirits right now. Deep Sabers is being saved for last, because we got a lot to talk about with Deep Sabers. Some of you are already familiar with a little bit of it. Alright, we still got X-Tyrannomon over here. So he's not... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to try to heal you. We still got Chimeramon, and we still got Megidramon in backup. So nothing new there either. Did any of you do anything new? I think this one did. Oh yes, this one did. Okay, so right now we have Entmon out. Entmon's still waiting to evolve. What we've got in backup. So we had Sutseimon already, but we got Ravemon. Check that out. So Parrotmon, I was worried about it, but it did eventually evolve and has become Ravemon. So that's exciting. Let's take a look at Ravemon's face, shall we? Vaccine, so every shake in the world is needed. There we go. Alright, Ravemon. Boom. Look at that. Lovely. Lovely bird person. So that's good. So that means we only have to wait on Entmon now to evolve, who is also evolving naturally. Ravemon is a Digimon that made me stop hating bird Digimon. Flip, if that's the one that made you stop hating bird Digimon, I think you still don't like bird Digimon. Because Ravemon's like barely a bird. I do like Ravemon regardless. He's pretty cool. Alright, so Entmon, you're going to keep doing your thing. So that's you. Metal Empire. Still got Eosmon, which I should also still have Eosmon when this is evolved, but I should have bigger Eosmon. But bigger Eosmon has not appeared yet, so we'll see if that does happen. Metal Tyrannomon and Grand Locomon still in backup, so nothing new or special there. Now, I do need to double check on what I wrote down from my tracker, because some of these... You know, a lot of these are obviously going to be naturally evolving, but let's just make sure that I am on track for all those. So yeah, Gogmamon and Orochimon both need to naturally evolve. Marine Chimeramon can jog us, but again, we're not talking about Deep Sabers yet. We'll talk about Deep Sabers in a second. Chimeramon needs to Jogress, so we'll do that today. We're going to Jogress Chimeramon up to its next form, because it lost the tournament, so I can allow it to do so. Entmon needs to naturally evolve. Metal Tyrannomon and Eosmon need to naturally evolve, and then Regiludomon and Manticoremon both need to naturally evolve. So the only one we can evolve today is Chimeramon. So that's on our device right over here. We're going to let's pull Chimeramon out of backup. There we go. We'll pull up the Arduino software. Please don't make Chimeramon become that Aldemon thing. No promises, depending on what you mean by the Aldemon thing. Because if you mean like actual Aldemon, don't worry, it's not going to become Aldemon. Alright, so we've got the serial monitor up. Let's send it some fake information first, and let's grab the Digirom for... Which one do I need? Which Digirom do I need here? I need to get a... There you are. Data or free. So we'll just grab a data one, because I don't like free Digimon. Okay, so data, perfect. That's Scorpiomon is the one I have registered here. So we're going to send Scorpiomon's code. We are going to go on here. Let's go where I can see the screen. And head over to the Jogress option. We're going to choose Connect. We're going to grab our communicator. Take these wires. Plug them right in. Hit that button. And let's see what we get. Boom! We got him. We got the big old eyeball. We got Deathmon. Alright. A rare data as far as Nightmare Soldiers Digimon go. Not a lot of datas in that field. So this is a nice one to have. Look at that big old smiling eye. Does he eat with his eye? Like Algomon does? Let's see. Not explicitly. It can be implied that maybe he is, but it doesn't really show him opening and closing his eye as a mouth like it does with Algomon Child. So, alright, so we got Deathmon. Let's see what his face looks like. I'm assuming it looks like an eye. Oh, no, I shook too many times. Let's try that again. Okay. It looks a little bit like a Pogger's face. I don't know if anyone else saw that, but a little bit. Oh, man. Ghoulmon. Is that his dub name? Huh. Interesting. Oh, and let's see. Okay, so Gaming Penguin got perfect. Excellent. Glad to hear it. Oh, not perfect, Digimon. You got perfect on the thing you were doing. Also good. Dudicus, Metal Empire Z. The roster is pretty good. It's not my favorite, but that's only because I mostly just like fish and bugs and dinosaurs, and it doesn't have enough of those. So, yeah. Yeah, too bad Jazamon doesn't have any flying champion, and too bad Jazamon is the only thing that can evolve into the most non-flying Digimon on there, being Makamon, so whatever. Oh, you've got Virus Busters coming in a few days. Glad to hear it. Excellent. Will Deathmon appear in the reboot? I mean, he was huge in the 6th or 8th episode, whatever that was, so I can't imagine him not appearing in there. Like, he's got to come up, right? He's got to be like the big bad. I don't know. We'll see. So, alright, so we're good with that one now. So let's talk about Deep Savers, because we have already done 2 rounds of the tournament at this point. So let me, let's see. I should have the... Where did I put it? There you are. I should have the bracket right over here. Let's pull that up, shall we? Bracket! Okay, cool. Let's refresh this to make sure it's showing the latest and greatest. So, Pendulum Z Hatch Tournament has been ongoing since yesterday, and there's already been quite a few matches happening, which is great. And I've already been able to be in 2. So I had, along with Seiyu, we both were buys into the second round against each other. And so, as you can see, I mean, spoiler alert, I won both my battles so far, which is super rare for me. I usually lose the first one, maybe win the second one, and then definitely lose the next one after that. So I am doing way, way better than I normally am with this little Deep Savers Pendulum over here. So my battles, so Seiyu, I fought against them. They had Manticoremon, they had... What else did they have? They had Manticoremon, they had a free type. Was it Magna? Yes, they had Magnagarumon, Manticoremon, and the Shoutmon. cross 5. So that is what I fought there, and they actually had me really going in the first few segments there. So you can see the final point here was 5-9. So if you're unfamiliar with how the tournament battles work, it's each player has 3 life points per Digimon, and the player that goes first gets an extra life point. I was the player that went first in this case, so I did have 1 more life point, which was placed upon, I want to say, Mermaimon? Yeah, Mermaimon had the extra life point. But yeah, so I was getting trounced, like, right at the beginning. I led with... Who did I lead with? I don't remember. I can actually, like, just pull up the Discord, I guess, and find out for sure. Huh. I could find out and tell you, instead of, like, trying to remember all this from the top of my head, to give you a good summary. Or I could have written down a summary. That was a good idea, too. So let's see. Manticore. Yesterday at 11:02 p.m. Yeah, I did that right after the stream last night. That's right. Okay, so let's just scroll up here on my list. So, okay, so yeah, so I led with Regalicusmon, and no, yes, so I did. I led with Regalicusmon. Say you defended with Magna Gurumon. I immediately lost that. I swapped over to Mermaimon, continued losing, and lost again, and then lost again. So I lost, I think, 4 times before I started making any kind of a comeback, which was insane to me. Marine Chimeramon got down to just 1 freaking life point, and so I swapped over to Regalicusmon at that point, who just freaking trounced the Shoutmon that I was fighting. So that was great. Obviously it would. And then from that point on, it was just like bam, bam, bam. I kept getting the hits on, and it was quite a comeback, I have to say. I was very surprised. I was not expecting to pull that one out. So Regalicusmon ended up being the MVP, of course. Just took everyone out, despite losing a few times unexpectedly. And yeah, eventually I got them all down. It came right down to the wire on it, I tell you what. But it was a good one. So that was with Seiyu. After that, this morning I fought Face with Glasses. Face with Glasses was also using Virus Busters, but was using Ancient Garurumon, Beowulfmon, and Weregarurumon. So it's like a fully Garurumon team, which was pretty rad. And so, obviously in that case, there's a big... the big one was a free type, and that... No, the big one wasn't free type. The perfect was a free type. The big one was Data, so I'm like, okay, good. I got Regalicusmon, who is a virus, and I'll be able to do that. So I actually started off really well on that one, and then started to deteriorate a little bit right there in the middle, when just out of nowhere, this guy friggin' just started getting me at every turn. And that one ended up, what was that, 10-5. So I ended up going second in that one, so he had the extra life point for the disadvantage. And yeah, it took a little bit of work, but once again, Regalicusmon was able to do a bunch, and then right at the end, I think, did Regalicusmon die at the end? It might have died at the end. Did it? Let's just see. Let's see if it died at the end. Okay, so Regalicusmon in play. It's Beowulf. Yeah, got him there, got him there. Okay, so yeah, no, Regalicusmon, Oh, that's right, that's what it was. So Regalicusmon was on 1 life point left, was about to, like, take out Beowulfmon, but Beowulfmon just freaking, out of freaking nowhere, like, killed Regalicusmon, like, did the finishing blow to Regalicusmon. It was... I did not see that coming at all, because it's not like it had a type advantage. Beowulfmon's free, Regalicusmon is virus. There's no type advantage there whatsoever, so, like, it just reached up and just really took out Regalicusmon. It was insane. It was freaking insane. So, it was, yeah, I was a little bit worried at that point, so I switched over to Marine Chimeramon for the last couple of battles, and managed to take Beowulfmon out, managed to take Weregarurumon out. Who the heck is beeping? And that was it. Boom. Got them all taken out. It was intense. I was very scared when Regalicusmon went down. So there you go. Anyway, so that's how the tournament went. I'm sorry I wasn't able to actually show you the actual tournament in progress on here. It would be nice if I could, but it's very hard to get people to line up their times properly, and so you kind of just want to take the battles as soon as you can get them. So I'll catch you up on here, but yeah, you at least saw the big tournament yesterday between all of my devices. So let's get that middle screen off there so you can get back to seeing this guy. Who's beeping? That's the current mystery, and then I'll catch up on chat. So we gotta find out who's beeping. Who's beeping? Who's beeping? It's Aosmon. Aosmon's beeping. Aosmon needs food. Eat up. and then get your training in. 3 shakes. Alright, so Asmon's good there. Alright, so what do we got going on over here in chat? So if it was Digimon, then maybe be Armadillomon. Wait, what would be Armadillomon? I don't remember the question. Dynabeamon's also free. Yeah, most of the 0-2 partners are free because of the way the D3 worked. It had a strange little system where your attribute would depend on like what time of day you were training, I think. Something like that. And so all of the 0-2 partners, their evolutions, and the armor evolutions as well, got registered as free type because of that, which I highly disagree with. Their original appearances in the card game is what I go with. So I consider Grand Kuwagamon to be a virus, for example, not a free. And certainly not a vaccine like it is in the Wave 1 of the Pendulum Z. And likewise, like armor evolutions, I go by that as well. So like Arkelomon, he's a data, not a free to me, because I don't like the free attribute. That's just me. Alright. Deep Savers and Nature Spirits are your favorite. They are really good. They are really good. Manticoremon's literally a War Growlmon replacement here. Pretty much. These tournaments take place on World Online or direct code sending. We do direct code sending for these because we want to use the like most authentic method for these tournaments. Well, I say we. I'm the one who runs them. And so it's mostly me. I want to use the most authentic system, as if we were in person battling each other. That's what I really want to go with. So that's why we use Alpha Terminal for that. Obviously, World is its own thing and is able to hold its own tournaments and do all sorts of stuff. And World uses its own internal calculations, which are based on the formulas that I created with the help of Nextstream. Nextstream figured out the general idea of the odds in the device, which was huge. Nextstream is amazing to do that. It took a lot of battling to figure that out. I converted that into a code, figured out how to extract the necessary information to make an online battle code, which is what I used, or an online battle calculation, I should say, not an online battle code. An online battle calculation, which is what I originally used in the story mode feature on, you know, that could be a fun thing to do, go through story mode sometime. And so story mode's calculation is what got used in World as well. I think it might have helped Seki modify it a little bit first. And so the calculation is good. Don't get me wrong, it's a good calculation. It's just not the authentic calculation. So it is mostly authentic, but yeah. And then there's balancing and stuff in there too. It's like all good things. Everything that all the changes that World made to make it what it is are good. But I like to, for these tournaments, have like it just be as if you were battling one device against the other, like the actual most authentic way you could. So yeah, that's so we use Alpha Terminal for the hatch tournaments at least. And then let's see. All right, so yeah, anytime anyone beeps online, I look around and like, which one is it me? If I'm not the one streaming, I'm still looking because I'll watch other YouTubers and see them raising their pets, and I'll immediately look. Facial sprites might be the best part so far. I think it's no, it's great. I love it. I think the day-night is in the Pendulum Progress at least. So Pendulum Progress does have day-night as well. Absolutely. It's but its day-night is for determining evolution. I think the D3 also has something like that. Like I could just look real quick, right? Who wants to go on a journey to File Island? Here we go. Let's go to File Island real quick. File Island. That's the one. Let's find this out. So, D3. Instead of me just saying things. Introduction, probably. So, attribute. Oh, displays attribute. Attribute. That doesn't tell me. Vaccine? No, it doesn't tell me anything. Oh, wait. What? No, okay, well that's... That's something. Type? Oh, here we go. So none of the Digimon has a default type. It changes based on battling and training. Vaccine equals morning, data equals afternoon, virus equals night. There you go. So yeah, the D3, the original Japanese D3, it changes your type based on what time of day you're training. So, which is very much like the Progress, since the Progress changes the evolution based on the time of day. So there you go. So that's where the whole free attribute thing comes from, which is still don't agree with it, but whatever. What's for lunch today? I had some chicken for lunch. It was fine. It was reheated, so it's not as good as it was the other day, but it's still okay. This tournament seems fun. Oh yeah, there will be more tournaments, don't you worry. We do at least 18 a year for hatching, because there's 18 hatches, so 18 hatch tournaments. Well, unless we do a hatch that can't do a tournament, which does happen every now and then. But yeah, so we do those, so don't worry. If you miss this one, there will be more. There may not... Most of them are raise whatever device you want and make it follow a theme. And then there's a smaller amount that are just specific devices. So right now it's just Pendulum Z, which I like those best because I like doing the 3-player battle system. That was one of my babies that I came up with was... Well, let's see. Did I come with it? I might be giving myself too much credit. I don't remember. So I'm not going to say I made it, but I did refine it for... If I didn't make it, I at least refined it for the way the Digital Monster X works. And then I talked with Flirp and a few other guys in the mod channel to figure out what we should do with the Pen Z for a party system. So we settled on 1 Ultimate and 2 Perfects would be the most fair way to do it, since the Digital Monster X is timing based, and this is... You can jog us on this in no time at all and get all the Ultimates you want. So making this one timing based wouldn't make sense. So, yeah. Oh yeah, Friday Night Club and World of Night, for those of you that want to join that. My DMX hit a snag in shipment. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Think the US market will ever get 32x32 device? I don't think the Japanese market will ever get a 32x32 device ever again. I think we're sticking with 16 32x16 devices for the nostalgia factor, if we even get more of these. Fingers crossed that we do. And then the Vital Bracelets resolution, what is that? 128 by 64? Other way around, 64 by 128. So, yeah. So no, I don't think the American market will see a 32 by 32. There's a chance we can get a Pendulum Progress version 20th next year, because that will be the anniversary of the Progress, but I kind of doubt it. We'll see. If we do, I doubt that would ever... That would be a decade before they would even think of releasing that in America. So, hard to say. Deep Savers rosters is on the virus shell. Would it still be your favorite? Unfortunately, yes. I do like the Digimon. It certainly wouldn't be my favorite shell, but it would still be my favorite device. Proof of that is Digital Monster X2 Red being my favorite of the Digital Monster X series, because it's certainly not my favorite shell. That would be the X3, but the X2 has my favorite roster and is still my favorite device. So roster is more important to me than shell, even if the shell is ugly. The red one's not ugly. Virus Buster shell's ugly. Sorry. It's a little lonely here in the YouTube live chat. I'm so sorry. Digimon's very underrated as a franchise. It's the funny thing is, I wouldn't necessarily say underrated just because the people that do like it gets good reviews and pretty much everything it's in, but it certainly isn't... People don't pay attention to it, so... I don't know. I guess you could say that's underrated as well. Like, you can describe that as meaning that it's underrated, but it's, I feel like every time people get into it, they're like, yeah, this is great. Like, everyone says good things about the TV show. Like, no one says bad things about the original Digimon Adventure. Everyone loves that, but people just don't pay attention to it as much. They see it as something from when they were a kid, and they're like, oh yeah, that thing. They didn't know they're still doing stuff, and yeah, that's overlooked. That's a good word. It's definitely overlooked. That is for sure. It's in the shadow of several other franchises. That is absolutely for certain. What's up, Quest? Okay, so we're good there. I actually wanted to look at something else with you guys too. Something that just got announced yesterday that I was very excited about. I thought about bringing it up on the stream for the Digital Monster X, which those are still good, by the way. I've been training Diabomon X to get up to level 10. Well, been battling him to get up to level 10, so hopefully we get there soon. But let's go to Twitter. Hello, Twitter. And what we have here, so they've been teasing these for a while, as it says here, in Mark's post. The Bandai, well, the funny thing was, is Xenobali was actually showing off a bunch of his caged figures, and then shortly after that, Bandai started showing off their caged figures. Be like, hey, look what we got. So I don't know if Xenobali is a prophet or something, but the Digimon Bandai Twitter kept showing off these pictures of all these different Digimon, and in their little cages, these little figures. And so they've just announced that, sure enough, they're going to be making a new series of these. They actually, no, they didn't just announce it. They announced that like last week, but now they're showing them off. This is what they look like. So we have 3 different series. We have Impulse City, we have Volume 1, and we have Volume 2. So for those of you wondering why we're talking about this on a VPET stream, these are VPET related. These are all VPET monsters. It's very much VPET inspired. The original Cage series, I think, covered the entirety of the first 4 versions of the Digital Monster series, and that's what it was. It was all representative of the Digimon you had. You even have the little cage design going on there to mimic the cage that you have on a Digital Monster. So, so yeah, that little cage right there. So that's why it's a cage, because, you know, you're a tamer. You've got your monsters in cages. So they showed off what these will look like. So if we go to the first picture here, boom, we got the Pulsemons line. We got Pulsemon, Bulkmon, and Boutmon. All looking pretty dang good. You only get 3 in that one, but it's half the price of the other 2. Yeah, I mean, I think they look great overall. And hopefully they stay that way. We got, but I probably won't be going with the Pulsemon one, because I'm going to want this one, obviously. This one's got Metal Greymon and Tyrannomon, 2 of my friggin' favorites. Absolutely. Tyrannomon just happy to be here. Metal Greymon looking fierce as ever. And yeah, Greymon's there too. He's doing okay. Vmon, not, I could take or leave Vmon being there, but Agumon and Betamon are a great addition to have in there. So I like it. Very much happy with this set. And then the next set I'm not as enthused about, but it's still good. Because you gotta have, they're including everything that Agumon can evolve into as far as adults go, at least. So Airdramon and Seedramon, sadly not included. I'd be very happy to see them there, but we do get Meramon and Devimon, as well as Numemon. And then we also get Monzemon, so Mamemon's out too. Mamemon didn't get included, so we just missing 3 Digimon from the version 1, which they might do in later versions too, who knows? Unless you include the babies. I don't think they did babies in the Cage figures ever, just a child and above. But the bottom 3, these are new. So the Vmon and let's go back, Vmon and Pyldramon, those were not in the original series, so those are new, as are the bottom row here. So Mugendramon, Guilmon, and Dukemon, those are all new as well. Mugendramon looks absolutely beautiful. Guilmon and Dukemon, I don't care. But that's just me, so one moment. Excuse me. Alright. So yeah, either way, these look great. I'm definitely getting Volume 1 and Volume 2. I'm waiting to see if Japan wants going to sell them, because I have an easier time ordering from them, and you know me, I like loading up with candy. But you should, they're on Premium Bandai right now. I don't know if they're up for sale just yet. Are they up for sale just yet? Mark doesn't reference the original tweets, so I'll just go to the With the Will thread and look at it from there. There they go. Premium Bandai link. I'll have to click on this twice because Premium Bandai is weird. Click on, actually I want to click on this one, not that one. There we go. Yeah, wait, that's still the wrong one. Click on it again. What are you doing? I swear. I hate the way it does this. Take me to the actual page. Take me to the actual page. Oh my goodness, it is really just like giving me a hard time right now. Alright, I'm in English. Does that make you feel better? Now, take me to the actual page. Oh my gosh, why isn't it working? Incognito tab, go. Alright, once, and then go to it again. There we go. Alright, something in my cache is screwing that up. So, it's very hard to access their website from a non-Japanese device, in case you haven't noticed that. Okay, so Volume 1 here. Let's scroll down. They also have teased a Volume 3 and Volume 4. Who could they be? And there's a little picture of them all in their little cages. So, okay, they're going right now. So, pre-orders went up. It looks like early in the morning American time. I guess it would more likely be like last night, like late last night. So, pre-orders are up. So, if you use a proxy, you can go and start snagging them now. But I will probably wait for Japan You Want, just because I usually have better luck with my shipping prices with them than I do with other places. And Japan You Want did retweet this, so I'm assuming they're going to be selling it. I should hope so, at least. But there you go. So that's those little figures. Now the only problem is that price tag, 5,940 yen. That is a lot of money for these little figures. I'm not gonna lie. That's like almost $10 a figure. How much is yen right now? Current yen exchange rate. What is it today? Okay, so let's just see how much that is total, because I don't want to do any math. Yen to USD. Okay, so right now it's 53.90, so that's actually not bad. Maybe I should get it right now since the yen is not doing hot today. That would be good. But yeah, that's Premium Bandai for you. Nice and pricey figures. Hopefully they do better than the Capsule Mascot series, because holy cow, I wish I had some to show you right now. of how bad they got, but they got really, really bad. Alright, so that is the figures. I think that's everything we need to talk about today, right? What are people saying here? Can you open the cage? Yeah, you can absolutely open the cage. Go for it. Do whatever you want. I think you should try to make a Piranamon fight Metal Piranamon. That would be fun. I don't have a Metal Piranamon handy, but next time I do, sure, why not? That could be good. That's on the X2, so I should do that. I know one guy who hates on the show just because of the Digimon talk, but he's the only guy I've heard hate on it explicitly. I don't know how you could. It is like, listen, I'm not gonna say it's like one of the best shows out there. Absolutely not. No, there's way better shows, but like, for what it is, it's really good, especially when you compare it to like other shows that target that same demographic, because it's like, it's, you know, targeted at around 10-year-olds, right? And it's like surprisingly competent for a show of that age range, like especially when you make the obvious comparison to like Pokemon. It's night and day between those two. And it's quite cool. Anything else on here in the chat? Which one do I prefer, Waru Sujimon or Mega Sujimon? Great question. I don't know. I don't care for either one a whole lot. I'd have to pick Mega Sujimon, I guess, between the two. I like Sujimon, but it's perfect forms not super into. Technical difficulties. Where? Here? No, not here. Okay, good. Oh wait, no, yes, that was here. That was the freaking P Bandai page not loading. Hello, Shazam. Yeah, I'll wait for them to be on Japan You Want. They might sell them for cheaper price. The problem... Okay, well, I'll warn you right there, right away. It won't be cheaper on there. Japan You Want will have probably around a... For this price item, probably about $5 upcharge for proxy fees. Because the other thing you got to keep in mind is that when you purchase these from any proxy, including... And Japan You Want's not technically a proxy, it's an import store, but them too. Any of these pre-orders, they're also going to be paying for shipping to get to them, and they have to make a little bit of a buck off of reselling them too. So so you may want to look around. Like, I'll be using Japan You Want because I just find it easier, and I like supporting them. But these, you might be able to get these cheaper through, like, From Japan, depending on how their shipping is. Japan You Want shipping to the US is around $20 right now. Last time I used From Japan, I had to pay around $35. So, I don't know what the... You know what? Maybe I will. Maybe I'll test EMS's return with these. These ship in August. Maybe I will. Maybe I will use From Japan and see how it goes this time. We'll find out. So, what do you mean bad? Like quality-wise? Oh yeah, the quality of the figures of the Capsule Mascot series around the 5th release, I think it was, got terrible. Like, there were a few questionable ones before that, but that's when they were just like, ugh, disgusting. It started off great though. Used Bai. Bai. Wait. Oh, you're saying no. Bai, I get just about as bad shipping as I get from Japan. And I also have a few other problems with Bai sometimes. But I use Bai for whenever I need something from Mercari, but for pre-ordering from P Bandai, I always have better luck with From Japan as far as shipping and all that goes. So, although I will say, my wife did get a package from Bai recently, and their shipping went down a lot since the middle of last year. Like, a lot. I was very surprised, so... so maybe, I don't know. I'll just have to shop around, won't I? Totally unrelated question, but I'm about to mod my Pen 20, and I was wondering if I could wait until I had all the other eggs before I tackled the single and tag battle. Yeah, definitely wait until that. Just go through, it doesn't matter which order you do that in. Once you've started the single and tag battles, once you get to that last battle, just make sure you don't hit start again. It will stay where it is. So that's an important thing to remember. And that way, as you're version switching, you get to the next version where you need to unlock the opposite version's battle eggs, and then you'll still be at level 100 to get to both of those. So definitely make sure you do that. But yeah, definitely start by getting all the Digimon, then you can tackle the Coliseum in whatever order you want, and yeah. I've only used Bai since this year, and yeah, it was half from Japan's for DHL. I use FedEx most of the time from Japan, and the prices on that, like I could probably look it up, but yeah, I usually am paying around, well, back in the day I used to pay like $25 for it, which was much better, but yeah. And you say they don't block DHL arbitrarily, but I have definitely been a Bai a few times where, I don't know, they just block random shipping options. Right now they're using a weird way of doing it, which is that they just kind of pick whichever shipping option is best for them at the moment, and they charge you a flat fee for that, which is, I think that's cool. I like that Bai is doing that. It makes sense. It seems weird, but it does make sense. Was just in Orlando and lost a D20 in an Uber. Oh man, sorry man. Our local FedEx consists of a single sledgehammer. I am so sorry to hear that. Yeah, they can be really hit or miss depending on where you are. Mine, I have good luck with. Like, that's the funny thing I've noticed about proxies and things too, is a lot of time it's a very personal experience based for how they go. Because, like, what was it? Beta, originally, she's had the worst time with Bai. Like, holy cow, she hates them a lot. And for good reason. She has had a really terrible time with them. Whereas I've only ever had good experiences with Bai. Everything I've done with Bai has been great. But she was recommending this place called Neokyo, and like I think it was Flurp that tried them out, and he had a terrible experience with that. Well, Beta is only ever like it's worked great for her. So, and part of that is like she's in Europe, we're in America, so it's a little bit different there. But I tell you, it's not consistent. So once you find a proxy that does work well for you, you know that's more. You take more stock in that than anything I say about what works well for me. Like I love From Japan a lot. But that's because I've had a lot of great experience with them. Bai I've never had a bad experience with. I've just had better experiences with From Japan. And Japan you want, while it can be pricey from time to time, I like them because they're a smaller business and they also and that specializes in VPETs, and I love that. Like they are going to charge a little bit more because yeah, that's not like they're not on Amazon. They don't have Papa Bezos's bankrolling going on for them. But I do like supporting them, and I just like them. They're nice. They have candy. They give you a Digimon card every time you buy a Digimon, and they I don't know. I just like them. It's not necessarily that they are better than other options. I just like them. So yeah, I would always recommend shopping around a little bit if you plan on doing a lot of importing. Like figure out what works best for you and look around. Check out what each one's individual fees are. Find out, especially like look up consolidation fees as well. Because like, for example, Bai does charge for consolidation fees and some others may not, but others may have other fees that they charge for that Bai does not. So look into all that. Just do a good amount of studying and find out which one works best for you. Random thing, you know the X antibody Digimon. Apparently I noticed the append artwork for Rinlen and Miku along with Kaito V3. I don't know who those people are, but I'm going to believe you. Does Japan you want even have consolidations? Japan you want when they just ship things based on how you order them. When you make your order, you know, you choose whichever VPETs you want, you choose all your candy, you put that in order. They ship it like that. No matter whether or not you have pre-orders or what, they just ship it. There's no warehouse. It's not, because again, it's not a proxy, it's an import store. So they just ship anything like a normal place. And so you're not choosing to consolidate anything. So they don't charge you for putting things in. Orochimon, found it. There's no consolidation. They just put everything in one order into one box and send it out to you, just like any other normal store would. Same as if you were ordering from like Amazon or anything like that. So yeah, so that's just how they do it. Fine, you can stay up here, Orochimon. That's fine. If only I could send pictures. Dang it! I'm sorry. I don't know anything about Vocaloids. I know nothing about that whatsoever. Okay, so cool. So we are, I think, yeah, we're pretty much good for the day for right now. So I think we're going to, yeah. No, I've got, well, in case anyone's wondering, in case anyone wants to see the album on X, I'll put him on the screen for just a moment. There he is. He's got 2 poops. How about that? Let's get him out of there. That's over the course of several hours. These things, again, they do not poop as much as the Digital Monster version 20th, so enjoy that. So, yes, let's go ahead and head out. So thank you so much, everyone, for coming today. It was very enjoyable for me. Hopefully you had a good time, too. And I probably will not be streaming tomorrow. We're going to give these guys a little bit more time to evolve so that I have more to show off, and also more time to do a few more battles, because I'm not sure if I'll be able to get to my next tournament my next tournament matchup before the next stream. And so I'd like to be able to report on that too. So no stream tomorrow. I'll be back on Sunday with another around noon to 1 time stream. And yeah, so until then, I'll see you around the server. And yeah, until next time, bye.